Well, celebrating filmmaking and inspiring conversation through the lens of global Jewish experience. We're looking ahead to the Maine Jewish Film Festival, which kicks off coming up this weekend.
Joining us this morning is the festival's executive director, David Andrusia. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So can you start by sharing a little bit about the history of the Maine Jewish Film Festival and what people will find?
Sure. Well, this is actually our 26th season, believe it or not, which is so great. And we're all about exploring Jewish culture and life and presenting positive images of that, both here and abroad. And we show not only in Portland, but in Lewiston and Brunswick and Waterville. So we really are the Maine Jewish Film Festival.
Yeah. Let's talk about some of the films that you're going to be showing for the film festival coming up.
Sure. Well, this year our theme is Destinations Unknown. And this really came to us organically because what we were seeing was our films were all about Jewish life and culture in places where we really wouldn't expect to find it. And that was really interesting to us. And so, for instance, one of our films is called Torah Tropical, which takes place in Colombia, and it's about a family who convert to Orthodox Judaism and wish to take an aliyah, which is a pilgrimage to Israel, and the trials and tribulations that they find along the way, and how their faith is tested. And it really speaks to all of us because most of us have our faith tested at one point or other in our lives. And it's an incredibly inspirational film, and it takes us to somewhere we've never seen before.
Wow. What else can we expect as far as films?
Well, you know, we do go the comedic route as well. So, for instance, we're showing Thelma, which stars Academy Award nominee June Squibb, who at age 93 has her first starring role.
Wow. 93.
93. She's 95 now, but she was 93 years young when the film was made. And it's fabulous because it's a very cathartic film for any of us who have ever experienced phone fraud, and I count myself among that, or know somebody, especially seniors, who are so often the victim of phone fraud and phone scams. And we see Thelma and her family battling against this, including a kind of marauding ride through the streets of Los Angeles on her motor scooter. And I don't want to give away the plot, but let's just say you don't mess with Thelma. And a lot of laughs will be had.
At 93, I just want to go see her ride a
Yeah,
moped through the streets of Los Angeles.
And it's relevant. We talk about those scams all the time.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
How do you choose the films each year? Is there sort of a conversation or meetings happening, to figure out which ones do we share with the public?
Sure. We have a wonderful screening committee chaired by Dr. Stephanie Pridgeon of Bates and Phyllis Graber Jensen, who is a program director at Bates, and they have been on the team for a number of years, and they are just incredible. And we have a number of volunteer screeners who watch films, as do I and other members of the board. And so it's a really kind of democratic process, and ends up in allowing us to choose really fantastic films.
About half of your audience is not Jewish. Can you talk about that and why you feel like this film festival is so important for the entire community?
Thank you, thank you. Yes, we do strive to present positive images of Jewish life and culture, and I think in our sometimes fractious times today, that's especially important. So that's a big part of our mission. And in terms of half the audience not being Jewish, I think, again, that speaks to the selection of films and the universality of the films we show year after year, and perhaps this year more than any, given our Destinations Unknown theme.
And I was looking on your website, and it said Maine is one of the smallest states in the nation with an independent and professional Jewish film festival. What does that mean for you?
Well, you know, it means serving our community. You may know that there's a Center for Small Town Jewish Life up in Waterville, and our community is very tight and small but mighty, I would say. And we interact with people of other faiths as well, not only at the festival, but in day-to-day life. So I've really been impressed as somebody who's only been in Maine for a year now by the cohesion of the community here, and it's a wonderful thing.
What sort of impact do you hope this festival has on viewers and beyond? Not just like for what's going on this year, but in the past too.
Gosh, that's a great question. And again, I kind of think it harkens to our Destinations Unknown theme, because we take people to places where they may not know Jewish life and culture exist, but also it's about destinations unknown in our own minds. And I think the films this year, as in every year, but especially this year, invite us to look at our own selves, our own place in the world, and our own makeup, and that's really fascinating.
You said that you've been here for about a year now. So what has the experience been like for you to be part of this festival, and what have you seen? Just why do you want to be part of this?
Well, as a bystander from afar, so to speak, I've read quite a lot about Portland's place in the cultural universe and everything that's happening here. And the more that I learned before coming here, the more I liked. And since being here, I can see exactly what all the good press is about, because we really do have, for a small city, a very wide range of cultural offerings. And what's interesting to me is how these various cultural organizations come together and work to help and support each other, and that's probably the best thing that I found here.
Not just Jewish films, but why do you think it's so important, films and movies in general, for the public?
Gosh, it's so important because film was always contrived and conjured as a shared medium. Unlike TV, which we watch at home, people before TV went to movie theaters, and COVID kind of put the kibosh on that for a number of years, and now we're able to see films together. And I think, again, experiencing films, especially those that are important and cause us to think with other people, is so important, and that's one of our mission points. And any kind of film coming together is important, but especially for our kinds of films.
What is the best way for people to find the schedule and location of where things are playing and at what time and everything?
Well, thank you for asking. It would be our website, which is mainjewishfilmfestival.org or mjff.org.
All right.
Hopefully get some big crowds.
Yeah, it sounds like some great films. Thank you so much, David. We appreciate it.
Oh, it's my great pleasure.